Why, hello and welcome to another exciting episode of North Shore Mining and Prospecting. I'm Jeremy Canner, and today's episode is a mail call. Yeah, I got a couple different things to show you guys here. So, without further ado, let's get to it. And let's see what's in this first one here, which I already opened it, so I know what it is, but I'm gonna act surprised and we're gonna open it again. Ooh, alright! And I did get a letter here. We'll go ahead and read that. There was also three of these business cards here. Hopefully I got that on camera. Alright. Thank you. There, Jason. So let's read his letter here. Hey, Jeremy. You're a winner chicken dinner. Thank you for being a part of the Gold Squad. Congrats on your win. Jason from the Gold Squad. I'll let you guys read that on. That's funny. Too cool, man. I like that winner chicken dinner part. That's pretty cool. That was one of my favorite movies too. If I could count cards, that's what I'd be doing. Alright, so let's see what's up in the box here. Oh, RPE Sluice. Yeah, it's one of my wins. Nice. Yeah, I can't wait to go test this out. I might even set this up in here and test it out. You guys might see that here in a little bit. We'll even test it out with some gold. And I got another machine that I actually want to test out today. Oh, sorry there. So we're gonna set this back in there. Put this off to the side. Go ahead and open this up. Oh yeah, you already pre-opened it. But I didn't actually open these yet. Ooh, speed controllers. Yeah, this is for a fan, but it also will work for my electric plug-in pumps. So for you guys who said that you can't find these, yes you can. They actually have these on Amazon. In no way, shape, or form am I endorsed by any of these. That's my disclaimer. There you go. So yeah, I do all this for the fun of it, and things like this, yes, I paid out of my own pocket for these. So I had to do tattoos or, you know, a lot of other things for, you know, family members and stuff, because, you know, I'm stay-at-home dad, I'm stuck with kids, so I get to get out to the claims once in a while, which is some good news. The claims had opened up, and I will be getting out to those claims. So let's see the second one. I haven't opened this yet. You guys are in for a little treat. So let's get out the little knife there. Be careful. Make sure that we're not cutting up anything at the end. And I was close. What is this thing? Looks like a bomb. Ooh. Speed controller. It almost does look like a bomb. That's another disclaimer. This is not what you think. This is a speed controller for a battery for my other water pumps. Yeah, it's got a little off and on switch. And here's the dimmer switch. And you have a digital readout on that, so that's pretty cool. So I guess all I have to do is wire them up to whatever pump I'm going to use. Which, let's see here, did that... No, didn't come out with no manual. So it's figure out and play, one of them ones. So, yeah. We got that part done. And yeah, let's get some of this stuff hooked up. Oh, sorry about that. Let's get some of this stuff hooked up and let's play around. Alright, so I'm still working on it. I started cutting some wires here. I only had this one roll of 16 gauge red wire, so I'm gonna have to use this for all sides. So I figured I'll take my blue tape and mark the ends of my negative wires so I know which ones are my negatives. And yeah, I did figure out a little bit on this. Right here on the back side, actually tells you which side's the power, positive and negative, and motor side, positive and negative. So get into that. We'll get it hooked up, ready to go. And yeah, I also got this sheet of aluminum left here that I might actually make a face box for this, so that way I can mount my buttons and my dial all into this little face mount box. We'll figure out how I want to bend that up yet. I might take it over and bend it on the aluminum brake, get some nice crisp, clean edges on there. So yeah, let me get to this and I'll be right back. So far so good. I got it up and running. Here's my little dial switch. Let's see, I could turn that up if I wanted to. That's at 75. Let's turn it on up to 100. There's full. So yeah, it's ripping down there at this point. And this is a 550 gallon per hour bilge pump with my wire madness job going on here. Yeah, I use those to clip them on onto the battery. And I did the same on the other ones over there. Oh, didn't notice those were crossing. Yeah. All right, there we go. So yeah, I got half a bucket of unran material. I just happen to have laying sit around. Sometimes as a prospector, you got 5-gallon buckets and 50-gallon buckets just full of this stuff just sitting around. So yeah, we're gonna turn it back down to about, let's go 50. We'll turn it down halfway. Here's the flow at halfway. We're gonna go ahead and throw not a whole scoop on, but a good medium half scoop. So let's throw that on there and see how fast that washes it away. So I'm a little off on my level here. I'm gonna fix that and I'll be right back. And I'm back. I got that straightened out. Now it's looking better. Let's throw a little more on there, see how that does. And they say these are supposed to work with really good high flow. So I'm going to test the theory out on that. I'm only ran 50% on that 550 gallon bilge pump, so you see how it clears it out pretty quick. And this should get it down to the heavier materials. But we're not testing this out to see how much gold's in this one today. You know, we're just testing out my new little speed controller pump. So I think it does a pretty good job. I really like the way this sluice works out. It only drops out the heavies and gets rid of the rest. That seems good to me. So let me get something else set up here, and we're going to use this same speed controller and we're going to run a different piece of machinery. So let me get that set up and I'll be right back. Well, a little update on the RPE sluice. Not too bad. I'm still running that bucket, and I believe there's 2 specks right there and there. Kind of hard to see. I think it's picking that up. Alright. So yeah, I didn't expect to find anything in this. This is just a random bucket. Let's see if it'll... There we go. screen flipped on me. And yeah, there should be some in them heavies. This thing really just holds on to the heavies only and spits everything else out right at the end, even in low flow. And I was told that this was like a high flow sluice. Doesn't do too bad as a cleanup sluice. Yeah, he added me in a little rubber mat to displace the water a little bit. Kind of smooth it out a little. Yeah, because it was a little rough and I had a pretty good V going on right through here. So yeah, I'll keep running this and I'll see what I get in the end of this. And yeah, if I got any good results out of this, I'll show you. I was planning on running another machine just to show out the speed controller in action. And that I was actually gonna, you know, put in a little bit of test gold so that way you guys can see on how good that machine actually works when it's dialed in. So yeah, I'm gonna keep working at this and get back with you guys in a bit. And so it brings me to this speed controller, which this one's actually made for plug-in fans, for 120 volt fans, so you can control the output on that. And I find out that, you know, about halfway to about almost low is just about perfect before the pump itself actually kicks down. Well, she's down there. But you can hear the difference in the motor and watch the speed of the water actually change. I'm not sure if you can hear it, but that motor just kicked up a lot. Then I can turn it down just like a normal speed controller, except for this one is 121 plug outlet for my electric pumps. So yeah, pretty cool. Yeah, I'm gonna run that material down from the RPE sluice, see if I get anything out of that. But yeah, I'll show you guys if I do get something out of that or not. But I do got something else in store for you guys, so hang in there. I'll be back with you guys here in a little while. And just how much flour gold was that RPE sluice able to catch? Pretty good amount. There's like 10 or 11 little pieces there, and just to show you, they're super tiny. I'm actually in shock on how small gold that will actually catch. Nice. And yeah, I'm actually gonna take those on out into the field, and I'm gonna field test the RPE, the S&E fold-up sluice, and the sluice fox. I'm not gonna run them all at the same time, but we're gonna back them so we can actually compare them, see how much material comes out of each one, you know, what kind of gold count each one's capturing. You know, not saying that they're all going to capture the same amount of gold, or, you know, that the same amount of gold is going into them. Just comparable rates. You know, we'll see how they do. But yeah. Thank you, Jason from GNS Prospecting. And yeah, also thank you for the nice little sticker that you gave me. Cool. Robertson Prospecting Equipment. Just sluice it. And so here we are at the last step here of my video today. We got the meter set at 100. We're gonna see how this speed control works on this. And now I have full control. You see it here, I can slow that right down. So say if I have a lot of light sand material and it's kicking off and I'm trying to get it out of there, so that way I can keep an eye on the black sand, heavier materials, I can slow it down. And now I can speed it up if I want to. And yeah, I'm gonna run through this a little bit and we'll show you guys the gold. Let's see how effective this catches some of the smaller gold. We're going to load this up a little bit. And the gold, it'll get carried straight up this spiral. The water and the friction of the water will help hold it down right into place, right in here. And it'll just keep swiveling up and down until it gets all the way up in here and then shoots straight down into the hole. And in the back side here, there's a collection cup. And we'll get to that in a minute. This will actually cut through some material fairly fast. But I don't want to run it too fast because I do want to catch the gold. And I want to find out how small a gold this catches. There's a varied of size of gold in this one. Some big, some small. But let's keep working at it here and we'll see how much there is in a minute. And another thing is this thing is so adjustable just because of the fact that you can adjust the angle of the actual wheel itself. You can adjust the water pressure here, but we don't have to because we're actually using the speed controller to control the speed of the wheel and the water at the same time. So I cranked everything up on this end so that way I can control it all with just the speed controller. Because I always noticed I needed to do both things at the same time. I needed to slow down the wheel and the water pressure in order to capture the fine gold. And everything's been classified down to 1/8 of an inch. Less than 1/8 of an inch. I love putting the material in there and watching the heavier material get carried up and the lighter material just rolling off over the edge into this little catch basin right here. Well, we're working it down. Starting to see some material in the collection cup in the back. That's always nice. A little bit of black sand. There wasn't a whole lot of black sand throughout this entire bucket that I ran. Very little black sand, actually. You know, I've thought about bringing this out for test panning. Just because it'd make a pretty fast thing out of test sampling a good section of the area that I want to actually sluice or high bank. I could shovel in a bucket full of material, sift it down, run it through here real fast, take the catch basin out, of course, and I could actually run a lot of material through there and then collect up whatever little gold there is just in that little bit of a cup, dump it into my pan, and I can make things that simple. So maybe I'll actually get out there and give that a try one of these days, and we'll see how that goes. Okay, so I finally got the last little scoop in there, and yeah, we're just gonna let that run for a minute here and clear out. Well, it won't clear out completely, but as you can see, that black sand that's trailing up there right now, it could possibly carry little bits here and there all the way up to the funnel. So we'll just let it run for a minute. "20 hours later." Okay, so let's shut her down here and see what we got. Power off. Yeah, kind of feel like I'm working in a on an actual freaking gold rush site here. For one thing, you got all these power switches. Pump on. Then over here you got pump on. So yeah, I could actually run 2 different cleanup machines at the same time, both of them with speed controllers. So I could clean up here or there. This one I could actually take out with me out on the field, so that's a plus. Let's shut these back down. Alright, so let's see what this actually cut. And this makes it a lot easier cleanup. This is like a teaspoon of material. Oh yeah, nice. It looks like it's all there. And I'm starting to see some really small stuff here. So it'll catch even the small stuff. But to really put it through the test, I'll have to put some Ohio gold through there and see what it does. But I did put some really small pieces. So let's see if it actually covers them. So if it can recover those, I'm sure it can recover a lot of the final gold that I actually get. The first bucket that I ran through the EPR, yeah. Sorry about that, we messed up on that one. The RPE not used to that one. But yeah, it actually works pretty good. So, yeah, we'll actually take it out and put it to the test and see how it works. So, yeah, I'd like to thank you all for coming out, watching the show tonight. Have a good one.